Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan battle video, and the thank you celebration has begun. Stuff is starting to drop, so I like doing a lot of these beginner things for newer players that maybe have never played one of these or they don't know what to get. So I just dropped a video on who to get with your thank you ticket, so please check that out if you don't know who to get with that. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Porunga Dragon Ball. So what is coming with this is a Porunga Dragon Ball campaign. The way that this works is you're going to be able to find one Dragon Ball in the game every day for 7 days, and they're going to do this 3 times. So it's going to be 21 days of finding Dragon Balls. Each 7 Dragon Balls you find, you get 3 wishes from Porunga. So you're going to get a total of 9 wishes, which is pretty awesome, right? So I'm going to go through what are the wishes and what should you pick for your 3 wishes each time you summon Porunga. Just my advice as a veteran player to you guys as maybe a newer player or a player doesn't know. Now, in case you're wondering, with the Porunga Dragon Balls, if you don't get it on a day, you don't miss it, as long as you do it during the campaign. So the campaign period is basically tonight, the night this video goes live, all the way until the 27th, okay? So you could collect no Dragon Balls, and then say on November 26th, you could go do all the missions back to back to back to back to back and get all the Dragon Balls in one day. But when you're starting off, only 1 Dragon Ball is available per day, right? So this first day, there's literally only going to be 1 Dragon Ball available, and then every day they will make a new Dragon Ball available, and then you have as much time as you need to get them up until the 27th. I would just make it a point to get them right away, just to make sure you get it. So this video is going out on Thursday, November 3rd. So I believe on Thursday, November 10th is the first time you should be able to summon Porunga, right? All right, now, if I get to it, I will try to do another video and tell you guys how to get all the Dragon Balls, because I think I can look at JP Celebration and like preemptively just tell you how they're all going to be obtainable. So I might do another video on that as well. But the focus of this video is, once you summon this guy, you summon Porunga, each time, what should you pick with your 3? So first I'm just going to go through all the rewards and kind of talk about them, and then I'll tell you what my picks would be. And I'm going to tell you this, it's not going to be set in stone like the same picks for every player. I think it is going to vary depending on the player, right? So, and they'll give you hints. I would say for the most part, it's going to be pretty self-explanatory how to get the Dragon Balls. But yeah, so let's take a look here. So we have the Porunga Dragon Ball campaign. So these are the rewards that you can choose, and there's a lot of them here, right? So the first one is I want a gift card. So this is going to be another thank you ticket for one of the characters. So if you really need more copies of those characters, you could get that. This is only going to be available on round 1 and round 3. So in total, you can snag 2 thank you tickets from Porunga. Okay. The other one is I want to perform summons in the Dokkan Festival. This is only going to be on round 2, but 3 summon tickets on the Dokkan Festival. I want to power up super attacks is 3 copies of each Grand Kai. I want to activate hidden potential is a lot of hidden potential orbs of every typing, plus a reverse item, a time reverse to reverse your characters. You get 10 of those. I want a full belly, which is a bunch of meat items to replenish your stamina. I want to challenge lots of events is these event keys, and you get a lot of them, right? I want treasures and support items, which is going to be incredible gems, normal support items, and then a bunch of maybe more rare support items, but just a bunch of support items and incredible gems. And then I want to strengthen allies, which is a bunch of Hercule statues, a bunch of awakening medals, and a ton of like level up equipment, right? All right, so there's a lot of tempting things here, right? And I'm going to tell you this right now, like these bottom 2, I think for like a brand new player, these are going to seem very tempting to you because you may be going to be kind of low on these materials. I'm going to tell you this right now, these bottom 2 are the ones I would say that no player should grab either of these. I know it's tempting because they pack a lot in there. There's a ton of stuff, but everything in these last 2 is farmable. Okay, so what I'm going to encourage you guys to do is get things from Porunga that are not farmable, that are more rare. So keeping that in mind, I would say these bottom 2 are 100% out. Now, with the rest of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 choices left. I think there's rationale to take any of these. But I'm going to kind of rank based on your situation. So here's the first thing I'm going to tell you all, is that I think any player, the first one everybody should grab is Hidden Potential. Hidden potential orbs are one of the most important items in the game. There's a huge difference between a character that has hidden potential and one that doesn't. It significantly makes your character stronger, and hidden potential orbs are not farmable. You only get 1 a day quests on these, and then the only other way to get them is sometimes you can buy some from the Babo shop, or you get them from missions, or you get them, say, from Porunga. Now, we did come out with the All-Star raid, so if you've been grinding the All-Star raid, there are a lot of potential orbs in there. But if you're like a newer, like, I could see a veteran player like me, maybe, I would say if you're a super veteran player like me, you potentially actually could skip the potential orbs. I never thought I would say that, but, like, I do have quite the surplus of orbs. But I don't know, even for me, I think it's the first thing I'm taking. Hidden potential orbs are such an important resource in this game, right? Now, the thank you card, so we'll go to the top one, the gift card. I would say veteran players are going to definitely skip this. Me personally, I literally have every unit on that list rainbowed. So even the one freebie they gave me at the beginning, I'm probably going to have to look at the characters and see if there's somebody that I want to fix like a hidden potential route on. But I literally have every single one of those characters rainbowed. So veteran players will probably skip this. Now, if you're a newer player and you want more of those characters, I think that is a viable option to grab. And then performing summons on the Dokkan Festival, I mean, here's the thing. Dokkan isn't like DFFOO. Like, they do not give out summon tickets very often at all. So I would say getting free summons on the Dokkan Festival definitely is like probably a top choice. But it's literally 3 single summons and there's nothing guaranteed. So that's more of like, do you want to gamble with it or not? But you're probably going to walk out of there with 3 SRs and it's going to be nothing. But there is a chance, like, you could pull the new Dokkan Fest. Now, in the past, I've highly recommended the Dokkan Fest tickets, but I'm not going to lie, the banner Global's getting isn't going to be good. The Resurrection F Blues, like, they're a decent unit, but they're probably one of the worst Dokkan Fests of the year. And people are thinking Raditz is going to be in there, who is the worst Dokkan Fest Dokkan has ever released. And then the Jocko side unit's alright, but unless they throw some stellar, like, other banner units on there, it's not that good. So I honestly wouldn't blame y'all if you skip the summon tickets, to be honest. I think the Grand Kais, if you're a newer player, those are 100% worth it. Veteran players, you probably don't need the Grand Kais. If you're like me, I'm sitting at like 350 Kais. I definitely don't need those, so I'm going to skip those. Now, the meat and the keys down here at the bottom, right? These ones down here. I think the meat is like a good one for any player, veteran or new player. I'm probably going to grab meat because stamina is a really important resource, and it's going to save me Dragon Stones. Picking the meat is literally like picking Dragon Stones. You can think of it that way. If you're a player that likes to link level, you refresh your stamina a lot, things like that, literally picking the meat is picking Dragon Stones. So if they literally had a pack on here with like 5 Dragon Stones, you have to ask yourself, would you take that? And 9 times out of 10, you're going to say yes. So picking the meat, I think, is actually a very, very good choice. And meat is not farmable. They don't give it out very often. It's pretty rare. Stamina refresh items are really important. Now, the keys at the bottom here are actually like super important, right? These are Portal of Memory keys. I cannot tell you guys how many new players jump into my Discord, right? And they're wondering like, all right, what character should I grind up? I'm brand new. And it's like, yeah, get those metal coolers, get the Ginyu Force, get the whatever. Or like they pull an LR and it's a character whose banner isn't up and they want to awaken characters. There's tons of like new players that just can't awaken characters because their events aren't active. These keys allow you to go into old events, whether they're active or not, and like awaken, and you can do EZA events, right? Like, so you might say, you know, someone's doing team building in my Discord and it's like, oh yeah, you got this guy, they're really good, but you need to EZA them, and the EZA event is nowhere to be found, right? So if you're in this case that you're like a newer player and you need to awaken units and their stage isn't available, grabbing the keys, I mean, they're giving you 100 of like the 2 main keys and then 30 of the other ones. It's actually a very good pack to pick up because keys do not drop often. They're not like a common resource. Now, veteran players, we have tons of keys, so we don't need to worry about this. But for new players, I think you should grab keys because they're going to be super important to help you awaken your characters, right? So that's kind of my justification for these. So let me just give you a final summary here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my top 3 if you're a veteran player, top 3 if you're a new or returning player, okay? My top 3, I'm going to say if you're a veteran player, I think you're going to take potential orbs. I think you're going to take the meat. And then I think you're probably just going to take your shot on those Dokkan tickets. Because the thank you tickets you're probably not going to need. The Kais you're probably not going to need, right? And you're not going to need the keys if you're a veteran player. So I think veteran player, and that's probably the 3 I'm personally going to pick. I'm going to take Hidden Potential Orbs, I'm going to get Meat, and I'm going to get Dokkan Summon tickets, okay? If you are a newer player, I think you should take Hidden Potential. I think you should take... It's going to depend. Like, this is so hard for a newer player, because you could justify all of these, right? I could see justification for all these. I think the Kais are actually going to be pretty up there, because super attack level 10ing your characters is really important. It's going to depend how new you are and what your Kais are looking like, but honestly, as a new player, Hidden Potential and Kais might be your top 2. And then I think it's going to either be the keys or maybe more thank you tickets, because there are really good like units on those thank you tickets, especially if you're free to play and you don't summon a lot. Like, there are some really good units you can get with the thank you tickets. So, yeah, I think as a newer player, I'm going to say the top 2 very easily. Get Potential Orbs, and I think you're going to need Kais. I think that third one is going to be a little bit more flexible. Even though Meat is valuable to you, even as a newer player, like, you're going to get way more bang for your buck out of getting those keys, like the story keys, or getting, like, either summon tickets or thank you tickets. So I think it's a little bit muddier for a newer player, but I would say, yeah, grab your Potential Orbs, grab the Kais, and then you can kind of pick out of, like, either the tickets or maybe picking those keys. So anyways, guys, I hope this helps. Now, if you're maybe someone in the middle of the road, or you want really specific advice based on your box, like, you know, is it worth it for me to get this character based on these teams that I have, things like that, hop into my Discord. Somebody in there will help you, maybe even myself. So hopefully this guide helps you all out. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you all on the next one.